This is Nikolai. From this year on, he studies at the school with the in-depth study of the foreign languages. Today he can walk, run, swim and do almost everything that his fellows can do. But Kolya and his parents had to fight through every hardship to win the boy's ability to play football or to ride a bicycle. Spinal dysraphism is a congenital abnormality of central nervous system, specifically an anomaly of a spinal cord and the vertebral column. There are two forms of spinal dysraphism, occult and explicit. Both kinds of spinal dysraphism have the same consequences, leg weakness and orthopedic abnormalities. It means that a child will not walk when grows up. If such children even start to walk, they do it defective and later than their fellows. Or they never walk and stay chair-bound for a lifetime. Besides, they have bladder and bowel control problems. The first step to healthy life is an operation, but in spite of the technological advancement and modern technique, the congenital abnormality of the spinal cord cannot be totally cured. Kolya had the surgery at the age of 7 months. The operation was long, I was afraid. But it is not the surgery that is hard. The rehabilitation is much harder. The surgeon came to me and started telling about the consequences of the operation. Your child will not crawl probably, he said, nor sit or walk. He'll be a lying patient. He'll have bladder and bowel control problems. I asked him how long would it take to recuperate, and he answered, a lifetime. After the surgical intervention, children with spinal dysraphism need lasting medical rehabilitation because of the damaged spinal cord. Specialists of the rehabilitation center Ogonek are ready to help. At this center, children with the different neural system disorders, including the patients with the occult spinal dysraphism, are taught to move. We met Kolya Shulga several years ago, at 2009. He could only walk with the support on both hands, he could not walk singly. He could not stand straight. He had bowel and bladder dysfunctions, leg weakness. The spinal dysraphism often causes another serious problem, hip dislocation. It is extremely difficult to teach children with dislocated hips to stand by themselves. They need correct orthopedic care. However, there hadn't been a way to help such children for a long time. Massage, therapeutic exercises or physiotherapy had been fruitless. They told us that another operation had to be taken. However, not on the spine, but on the hip joint, because it was not formed up. And no one had told me that after such operation, none of these children went through to recovery. The bones would be healthy, but he would not be able to use them. Post-operation period lasts for 6 months, and during this time, children get total leg muscles atrophy. There was no alternative to the operation for a long time. But Nikolai is lucky. He had met specialists of Ogonek and they found the solution. It was decided not to fix Nikolai's hip in surgical way. Specialists of the Scientific Production Center Ogonek developed orthopedic apparatus that helps children with hip dislocation to make their first step. In our case, Nikolai's feet needed fixing first, because they couldn't hold his weight. The difficulty was that there were apparatuses that could fix only one part of the body. But for Nikolai it was necessary to join several devices in one. The apparatus for the whole leg, we call it biomechanical rotary correction apparatus. We created this device. One part of it works for the hip abduction and for the correction of the whole leg is another part. They are joined together. The child is comfortable, nothing hampers. The Ogonek's technical innovation gave chance to many children, and to Nikolai too. He was the first to test the device. But just putting the apparatus on is not enough. It is necessary to perform exercises every day. The Gravistat Gravitone is a special suit designed by the specialists of Ogonek. It helps the sick children to feel legs. But when the hip joints are not healthy, the suit cannot be used, because the hip condition might get worse. This apparatus is unique. Without it, a child with dislocated hip could not walk. The development of such devices is an achievement that gets rehabilitation of spinal dysraphism patients on the new level. This apparatus is the only one that can hold his complex leg. We tried 4 different devices and only this is light endurable. A great thanks to the specialists of Ogonek for their work. They care about this. Many children have the same problem and they don't know what to do. Today, Kolya doesn't need an operation. The location of his hips is fixing. X-rays show great improvements, and yet his pace slightly differs from normal. He can walk. This apparatus gives an opportunity to start normal life to many children. Today, about 10 kids use the hip abduction apparatus. And the majority has the positive dynamics. Some have none dynamics at all, and that's good too, because there is no worsening. We stop the progress of the sickness. Determined character and buoyancy are very important when you struggle with sickness, as the determination in achieving the goal. And Nikolai has only one goal today. I'm eager to walk without the apparatus.